first witness of the day, making their way to the witness stand, and Josh Shiver's watching along with us. And well, Josh, let's just watch along together, and then we'll talk about it during the break.
I love it.
I do.
Would you state your name, please?
Matthew Hines,
And where do you live?
Dickinson, North Dakota.
Do you know either Chad Entzel or Nikki Entzel?
Yes,
Who do you know?
both.
How do you know them?
Nikki is my sister, and Chad was married to my sister,
So who's older, you or Nikki?
Nikki.
How well do you get along?
Okay,
How often do you see each other?
not very often.
How many children does she have?
Two
Boys or girls?
boys.
How often did you see them?
Quite a bit.
Do you have children as well?
Yes.
Are they close in age to Nikki's boys?
No.
Do they get along
Like
well?
4 or 5 years between the oldest and the youngest. Yeah.
So do
yeah,
they
they
do
get
things
along.
together?
Yes.
Is that why you see the boys more than you see your sister?
Yep.
So you'd met her husband, Chad?
A few times, very brief.
When was the first time you met him?
I don't even know. One of the times I was going back home to pick up the boys, going through Bismarck to South Dakota.
Do you know when they got married?
Nope.
You weren't at the wedding?
Nope. Was not invited.
After they were married, how often did you see them?
Not very much.
Did she ever tell you if there were problems in their marriage?
One time at a meeting, a few days, I don't remember what day or year, a few days before all this started.
So a few days before Chad died, you had a
Yes.
meeting with Nikki?
Yes.
Where was that at?
McDonald's in Dickinson,
What was the reason that you were meeting with her?
to pick up presents for my sons for Christmas.
Do you remember like what time of day that was? Morning, afternoon, evening?
In the evening,
Was she with anyone at that time?
Earl.
Had you ever met Earl before?
One time prior, I did not know until after I met him who he was.
So tell me about that first meeting with Earl.
I was high, and that was about it. She dropped off her boys at my place in Dickinson, and then she gave me a ride to my vehicle on their way out of town
And so where was he at that time?
in the car.
Okay. Did you speak with him at all?
No, not really.
Did you know who he was or what his relationship was with your sister?
No, I did not at that time.
And when did that occur?
Like into November, beginning of December of prior to the incident.
So that would have been in 2019 as well?
Yeah.
The same year that Chad died?
Well, I don't know what days.
No, you said that you met him in November
Yeah.
or December.
Yep.
Was that the same year that Chad died?
I suppose, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
So the second occasion in December, when you met up at the McDonald's, did you actually meet Earl that time
Yes.
and get introduced to him?
Yes, I did.
And what was his relationship with your sister?
I had no clue, and I did not want to know, really.
So did she say anything at that time about what problems she was having with Chad?
She said they were having problems with their relationship. She said that he abused her, but I didn't see no signs. But that's what I was told.
Did she indicate if she had any injury on her at that time?
She said she had bruises on her legs, but I never seen nothing.
Did she say she had any bruises on her neck?
Not that I can recollect.
Did you see any bruises on her neck?
No, I did not.
Did she say she had any bruises on her arm?
Not that I can remember.
Did you see any bruises on her arms?
I had no.
Had she ever said anything to you about Chad being abusive prior to that December 29th meeting?
Not that I can recall.
Did she indicate if they were having any other issues?
That was really the only issues I was told.
Did she ever talk to you about any concerns she may have about Chad's drinking?
She said that at that point when she was abused, he drank a lot, but
Had she told you that before?
not that I remember. It's not like we had a lot of conversations.
So what did you tell her about her problems with Chad?
If it's that bad, then go your own direction. Move on.
How long was your meeting with Nikki and Earl at the McDonald's in Dickinson?
I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. I'm not quite sure.
Did you see them leave?
Yeah.
What were they? Do you remember what they were driving?
White Chevy pickup.
Was there anything odd or unusual that you noticed as they were leaving?
Yeah. When they got in the pickup, it must have been an older one with a bench. She scooted over right next to him in the vehicle, and that was upset me
Why is that?
because she was married, not to him.
When was the next time that you had contact with her?
When I went over on January 2nd to an intersection. East Bismarck, that's all I can tell you.
What made you come back to Bismarck?
My mother called me upset about what happened and let me know. And I was closer than my mother, so she talked me into going even though I did not want to go because it was my son's birthday.
So you left Dickinson and drove to Bismarck?
Yes.
Do you remember what time that was or what time of day?
It was late. We were getting ready to go eat when I had a cutout. We were going to go eat for his birthday, so maybe 6-ish, so mountain time.
So you said you drove to Bismarck to an intersection that you don't remember, someplace east of
I
town?
could drive you there, but I don't know the names
Okay.
of them.
Had you ever been to that house before?
No, I got direction from, my mom told me to call her cell phone, and I called it, and I talked to an officer the whole time, and she had to give me directions of where to go, because I did not know where to go.
Okay. So when you got to that intersection, were you able to go to the house?
No, I got held at that corner.
By whom?
Officers.
All right. So they had already put the perimeter up and weren't letting you through?
Yeah.
How long did you have to wait there for Nikki to be brought to you?
It was a little while. I'm not sure on the timeline, but I know I sat there for quite a while before she got there.
Who was with her when she came?
Like a Red Cross pastor, or I don't remember what that guy was off the top of my head, really.
What was her demeanor when you first had contact with her?
I mean, she was shooken up some.
And what happened then? Did you sit in the car with her and wait, or did you take her somewhere?
We sat in the car for a little while, talked a little bit, and then an officer came over and gave her a piece of paper and stuff to fill out what happened.
While you were sitting in the car and waiting for that officer, did she tell you what had happened?
She told me the house started on fire and Chad was in there, and I remember her saying there was black smoke on the door and stuff, and that they told her Chad's body was crispy. That's all I can fully recall.
Did she say who told her Chad's body was crispy?
Officers or a firefighter, I'm not sure.
Did she say if she had seen his body?
No, not that I can recall.
So you said that an officer had her fill out a statement,
Yeah,
and that was in your car too?
yeah.
Did she talk to you about what she was writing, or
No.
how long were you at the intersection waiting to be released?
Quite a while. She went over into a cop car for quite a while. I sat there and waited. It was close to midnight when we got released, but I mean, most of the time I was sitting in the vehicle by myself.
When she was with you, did you talk about anything with her?
Not a whole lot, really. We talked a little bit about what happened, I guess, with the fire and stuff.
So after you were released from the scene, where did you go?
I asked where we were supposed to go if we got to get a hotel room, and she said she had a hotel room. So we went to, I don't remember the name of the hotel, west of Red Lobster. I can tell you that.
Yeah, so let me, if you either move closer to the mic or move just a little bit.
Yep.
I can hear you. I just want to make sure everyone else
Okay.
can.
Nope,
Thank you.
that's fine.
So she already had a hotel room
Yes.
set up, and you just went to the room that she already had?
Yes.
How did you have to drive her there, or was she able to use her own car?
No, we used my vehicle. Her car was still at the scene.
Okay. And what kind of a room? Can you describe what the room looked like when you
It
got
was
there?
like an extended stay that had like a little small living room, a little kitchenette, and like a separate bedroom.
And what kind of beds were in that room?
I think there was just one bed in there
So where did you sleep?
on the couch.
Was it a pull-out couch, or was
I
just
don't know. I wasn't wasting the time. I just laid on the
Okay.
couch. It was just too late, and it was starting to snow that night. So,
Did you notice if she had a lot of property in that room?
yes,
What kind of property did you see?
she had a whole closet full of clothes in there. A lot of cooking and pans, and fridge full, completely full of food.
Is this like your standard hotel fridge, kind of like a dorm fridge, the smaller one?
No, pretty close to what you'd have in your house.
So it was kind of a regular sized fridge for the kitchenette that was in that hotel room.
Yeah, yeah,
And you said that refrigerator was full of food?
yes.
What kind of food?
I don't remember everything. I remember the freezer was completely full of steaks. That blew my mind why she had that many steaks in there. The only thing I think I talked before is there was a lot of butter, and blew my mind, which is weird, but
Well, Nikki's a baker, right?
Yes.
She has a catering company,
yes,
so she probably uses a lot of butter in baking.
yes.
Did she have any items where she could bake that
There
much
was
in the
pan-
hotel room?
Well, there was pans and crock pots and stuff like that.
Did it appear to you that she had moved out of the house?
Pretty close.
So you said you slept at the hotel room that night?
Yes.
Before you went to sleep, did you talk with her again about what had happened, or have any?
Not a whole lot, no.
What was she doing?
On the phone.
Do you know who she was on the phone with?
Earl.
How do you know she was on the phone with Earl?
Because I asked her who she was talking to.
And that's what she said?
hmm
How long was she on the phone with him?
Most of the time we were there till I went to sleep.
So what happened the next day when you woke up?
The next day, we met with the Red Cross, and then I told her that she needs to call Chad's employment, family. She told me she had insurance plans, that she had to call them to notify. You know, I said, you gotta call these numbers to notify them. I think we mostly met with the Red Cross first.
So you told her she needed to notify Chad's work and Chad's family about his death?
Yeah.
And then she brought up notifying insurance companies?
No, she said she had an insurance plan, so I told her, well, you gotta call them too and notify them.
But she's the one that brought up the insurance, or did you ask her about that?
No, I didn't.
She brought it up?
Yeah.
So since you had left the day before, missing out on your son's birthday dinner, did you have to get back to Dickinson right away?
No, I didn't get back until it was just a little after 4 p.m. Mountain Time when I got back to Dickinson on that Friday.
Was there anything else that you assisted Nikki with in Bismarck before you left?
Yeah, we met Chad's sister and mother at the funeral home over on Divide. I don't remember the name of the place.
What else was done before you left for Dickinson?
She made all them calls. We met with Red Cross, and yeah, then we went over there. That was about it.
So Nikki's boys weren't with her when this happened, right?
No, they were visiting my parents for the holidays.
Do you know what the plan was for her to pick them up?
I No, not fully. I wasn't involved with the planning on any of that. I just knew they were down there because I talked to them on the phone when they were in Aberdeen.
So were there any plans to celebrate?
All right, we need to slip in a break here. The defendant's brother on the stand. We'll get you back into the courtroom right after this. Love triangle with a tragic ending.
Nikki Entzel is accused of killing her husband.
Her boyfriend pled guilty for his part.
Now she's facing a jury and life in prison if convicted.
The cheating wife murder trial today on Court.
Welcome back. Testimony underway this morning in the cheating wife murder trial. Prosecutors say that the defendant, Nikki Entzel, conspired with her boyfriend to burn down her house in an attempt to cover up the murder of her estranged husband, Chad Entzel. This morning we've been hearing from the defendant's brother. His name's Matthew Hines. He went to help his sister the night of the fire. Let's go back into the courtroom right where we left off.
So were there any plans to celebrate your son's birthday with family then?
Yes, there was. My son's birthday party was that Saturday, so they were coming up with my parents.
And Saturday would have been January 4th?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. They came up on that Friday, the 3rd.
Was Nikki coming to the party as well?
No, that was not the plan.
Okay.
Just
But-
the boys and my parents.
And do the boys usually spend Christmas in Aberdeen with your parents?
I spend a lot of time with my parents, the boys do.
So do you know if Nikki came to Dickinson to pick up the boys or if your parents dropped them off on the way back to Aberdeen after the birthday party?
She came over to Dickinson on Saturday to talk to him about what happened. She met him at my house. It was after the birthday party on Saturday.
Okay. And she met with the boys to tell them what had happened?
Yes,
So to your knowledge, the boys didn't know what had happened until then?
that is correct. To my
Were you-
knowledge, I didn't know.
Were you there when she told them about it?
Kind of. I was around in the kitchen or something. They were in the living room.
How long did she stay then when she came to pick up the boys?
Not real long, half hour. She didn't pick up the boys. She just talked with them. And then she left to a friend's house that lived in Dickinson.
Do you know the friend's name?
Michelle. I don't know her last name.
Was that the last time you saw Nikki?
Yes.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Glass.
When you had met with Nikki in Dickinson the first time, when she delivered the presents, how was she dressed?
That was the second time I met with her
Or
in
second
Dickinson.
time, okay.
What was that?
How was she dressed, do you recall?
I don't remember.
Okay.
That
Where-
was too long ago.
Okay. That time of year, was she fully clothed? Was she wearing shorts, pants, jacket?
She may have been wearing a sweatshirt or a jacket or something. It was just
Okay.
about January.
So it would have been hard for you to see any type of bruising or injury?
I would say, yeah.
Okay. And as far as Nikki making the phone calls, you had played a role in that? You had indicated to her that she needs to make certain phone calls?
Yeah, I just said you got to notify these places.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor?
I have nothing further, and I ask that he be released from his subpoena.
Objection.
All right, thank you for coming and testifying. You're released from the subpoena. Do not discuss your testimony with anyone else who may be a witness in this matter until after the case is completed, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.